Hi everyone, we are under a heat wave here in Southern California. And as you can see, the garden is covered in shade cloth. Now, whether you're going to be experiencing heat for an extended period of time or whether your heat wave is almost over, don't think for a minute that your plants are okay. Even a healthy, thriving garden can really take a beating in the heat. So today I'm going to show you how to assess the damage and provide some first aid for your plants during or after your heat wave. The effect of a heat wave can be brutal on a garden. When temperatures get over 90 degrees on up, blossoms dry up and drop off your vegetables, which results in less fruit production. Even the bees don't like the heat. They like to rest like we do, so your vegetables may not be getting pollinated, which can result in, again, less fruit production or misshapen, funny-looking vegetables. Now, most vegetable gardens can withstand short heat waves. But if you're under an extended heat wave, there's simple measures you can take like shade cloth. We did a video on that last week. You can go back and check that out. But even under shade cloth, there can be some damage, especially under extended heat waves. So the first thing you need to do is take assessment of your vegetable garden. I've got a cucumber plant growing here. Now, what do you see here on this plant? We've got some crispy leaves. That's definitely due to the heat. Some spotted leaves, more sign of heat damage. We've got some blossoms here that are drying up and getting ready to drop off. We've got some misshapen fruit, which is due to lack of pollination. And down in here, see those little black spots? That's signs of insects attacking the plant. Let's take a look at the zucchini plant right here. What do you see? Leaves look pretty green, pretty healthy, nothing dry and crispy. No obvious signs of pests attacking this plant. Overall, looks pretty good. However, don't think for a minute that this plant is okay. It's been under stress. It's been close to 100 degrees for about 10 days now. This plant still needs some treatment. Now that we've done our assessment, the next thing is to give our plants some first aid. If we completely let all this go throughout the entire heat wave, it's really going to be detrimental to our plant. So first off, we are going to prune. Take off all the dry, crispy leaves. That way, more of the plant's energy can go into surviving all the stress. So off they go. The second item of first aid, really important to supply this to your plants during a heat wave, is pest control. Pests can take over so quickly during a heat wave, especially when your plants are under shade cloth. Every couple of days, lift the shade cloth up and take a look at what pests you have going on here. Now, a big problem for me during heat waves are spider mites. They can take over your plant quickly, and we got to keep them under control. Now, I'm working with Bonide on this video, and a product they have I've used for years for spider mites is Captain Jack's insecticidal super soap. It is really a superstar. It takes care of over 32 insects. Really works well for spider mites, cabbage loopers, caterpillars, anything that's going to chew on the leaves of your plants. So spider mites are really hard to spot. They're teeny, teeny, tiny spiders, and sometimes you can't see them, but you can see the effects that they have on your plants. Spotted leaves, silvery leaves. Sometimes when it gets a little bit more advanced, there's even a web that covers the leaf. And when they're really advanced, their webs can cover the entire plant and kill your plant. Insecticidal super soap is approved for organic gardening. So I'm just going to spray the tops of the leaves and the bottom of the leaves until the plant is dripping wet. And it kills on direct contact. It also kills by ingestion. So it will take care of any of the chewing and sucking insects that happen to travel across the leaves of your plant too. And I'm going to reapply every 7 to 10 days. Make sure you spray in the morning or the evening, not in direct sunlight, so you don't burn your plant. Always do a test spray first on a few leaves. Wait 24 hours, make sure everything looks okay, and then spray all the affected leaves or branches of your plant. We've assessed the damage, we've applied first aid. The next thing we're going to do is feed our plants. Now, you might have heard, don't fertilize your garden during a heat wave. What you don't want to do is apply the wrong kind of fertilizer, and that would be a fertilizer that's high in nitrogen. What that does is it promotes a lot of green leafy growth, causing your plants to work harder, which is exactly what you don't want them doing in a heat wave. What I am going to feed my plants with, though, is Vermistera Vitality. This is earthworm castings in liquid form. It provides some good trace elements and nutrients to your plant. Very easy to absorb. The plants can uptake it quickly. and is especially effective with struggling plants, which even the plants that look healthy here struggle and are stressed out during the heat wave. So it's really the perfect fertilizer to support your plants and help them to make it through the stress. So I'm going to give my zucchini plant over here a nice good drenching the bottom of the plant, so all that good fertilizer can soak in there and really help my plants make it through the stress of the heat. Something important to keep in mind, you're going to have plants that don't make it. It's very disappointing, yes, but it happens to all of us, even to me. This plant here got attacked by spider mites. I didn't notice it in time. Dry, crispy leaves. When this happens, you just got to cut your losses, pull it out, and replant. Now you can replant during a heat wave. You can put seeds for quick growing vegetables like beans, cucumbers, and squash right in your containers or garden beds. If you have transplants that are ready to go in the garden, you can still put them out during a heat wave. Plant them in the shade, not where they're going to have permanent shade, but in the shade of a vegetable that's almost matured and ready to be pulled out soon. That way they have a little bit of protection during the heat. You'll also want to cover them with shade cloth or with a sheet for a couple of days because they don't have deep enough roots. They're going to dry out quickly and definitely need that extra protection during the heat. I know there's crazy heat waves all over the world right now, so let me know in the comments how your garden is holding up and what you're doing to protect your vegetables from the heat. But summer is still in full swing, and we're here to support you and help you get replanted in case you lost some vegetables. So I'm running a 50% off sale off seed collections only over at calicumgardenandhome.com, and that applies to all 30 of my seed collections. Late summer garden is a great one now if you're going to be replanting with the code SUMMERFUN, and that sale runs just until Monday, July 24th. But there's only 2 more days left to purchase your Grow Your Groceries with Calicum July subscription box. The theme for this one is Late Summer Garden. Get those free hose link quick connectors with this and use the code Late Summer Garden to get $7 off your first box. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.